What's up YouTube? Andy Nice here. Welcome back to the Nice Life. I'm here today doing my bike check on my 2018 Yamaha YZ250. A little bit of background about myself. I grew up racing ATV motocross. To make a long story short, I ended up going to college, having to get out of riding altogether. I didn't race, I didn't ride, didn't have a four-wheeler, had to sell it. And then after I graduated, a couple years later, I'm missing the dirt. So I wanted to get into the market again and start riding. The only issue was the sport quad market was kind of on the decline. So that led me to look into two wheels. It's a whole different world from what I grew up on, and you know, I'm not any amazing rider. I wasn't an amazing rider then, so it's going to be a big difference moving from four wheels to two wheels. So that leads me to the bike check. This video is going to be a little bit more informational. There's not going to be any riding or anything, so some of you may not enjoy it, but I'm not going to totally geek out about the bike and go into like all the technical specifications. It's more so like why I chose this bike over every other dirt bike and what led me to choose this. So a couple main reasons why I chose this bike. That's all I'm really going to go over. First thing, I wanted a bike that was versatile. You know, I come from strictly motocross, so you know, I enjoyed that then, but now I'm not really looking to be as risky with my riding, and I'm more looking for just a hobby and something to enjoy. So I wanted a bike that would be great in the woods, great on trails, but you know, when I go to these riding parks, you know, I can still enjoy my time on a track, and I'm gonna feel like I have a bike that's worthy of that. So that led me to look at the XC market. I didn't want to be full enduro where I'm just riding trails, and I didn't want to be full moto where I, you know, just have that motocross bike. So one thing that I really love about this bike and why I chose it is the stock KYB suspension. You know, it's super plush, super forgiving. I didn't have to revalve it out of the factory or anything like that, so that was really nice. It saved me a little bit of money, because as a beginning dirt bike rider, you know, I don't need something that's just like tuned perfectly for my body yet. I got to learn how to move my body on the bike and how to balance and all that different stuff. You know, throttle response is totally different, jumping's totally different. Everything is different on a bike from a quad. So I really like the suspension from factory. Super plush, super enjoyable. I did choose a 250 because the power is not crazy. It's kind of relative to the 450 four-wheelers I used to ride, and you know, it's not gonna rip it out of my hands whenever I jam on the throttle or anything like that, so it's really nice. So I have done a few mods to the dirt bike to make it a little better for me. I'm sure I'm going to catch a lot of crap about some of these, but that's okay. The first thing I did, I just threw a slip-on on. You know, it didn't add any power, but it sounds a little better. I went with FMF because that's always been my, you know, go-to exhaust system. Another thing that I've done to this bike, I put on new grips, and I put on some full wrap hand guards. Acerbis or Acerbis, however you say it, you know, whatever. I did throw a bar pad on. I didn't change the bars. I just had a nice bar pad. I didn't like the stock foam that they put on there. It's not as nice as this like pillow top cushion type foam. And I do have a quad lock phone holder. So if I go ride trails and I don't really know where I am, or sometimes I use my dirt bike for work for measuring fields, I can just throw my phone on here and I have the screen right in front of me, which is really, really nice. Let's see, so I also added on these SSI decals because I don't know, I mean, I plan on racing eventually, but I'm not going to take it like big time serious, so I wanted the graphics on there. Plus I like to be different from other people, so I didn't want to have the stock graphics on there and just look like it's a stock bike. I like the look of SSI. The Ian there does a great job designing graphics. Totally custom made graphics. Last thing I did, and I know I'm going to catch a lot of crap about this, but with my quad background, my racing background, I only grew up with thumb throttles. I've never really been good with a twist. I just can't get the feel of it. I'm not going to say I didn't try, because you know, the first 3 months I had this bike, I was really hammering on that throttle, trying to figure out, you know, trying to get the control down pat, and I just ended up having issues with that. So I swapped my twist throttle for a Honda TRX 450 thumb throttle. Like I said, I know I'm going to catch a lot of grief, but honestly, I don't care. I bought this bike for my enjoyment, and you know, I wanted to be as safe as I could on the bike while I'm learning to ride it, because like I said, it's a total different experience, and the thumb throttle really just makes me more comfortable with my throttle control, even my braking and all that. I really enjoy that thumb throttle. So yeah, this is going to be the bike that I take with me on my rides. You'll see a lot of chest cam footage. I plan on riding at a place called Saddleback. It's in Bedford, Kentucky. They have 500 acres of trails, 500 acres or 600 acres. It's only dirt bike access, so I would really like that single track feel. That's kind of where I'm going to start. They also have a few motocross tracks, so that'll be really enjoyable. I'm also going to do some rides up here in Salem, Indiana at my father's farm. There's about 250 acres here to ride on. Really nice trails in the woods. So yeah, anytime I ride a dirt bike, this will be what I'm riding. And as I progress in my riding skills, and as I make more videos, I'm going to be more in depth when I talk to you all and let you know my feelings about the dirt bike. So I hope that wasn't too much, too boring. I know it was a little bit informative, and you know, my following videos are going to be more ride oriented. So those will be a lot more exciting, and we can interact during my rides, and you know, I can show you where I go, and it's going to be really fun. So thanks for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. Hit that subscribe button down below. I'm going to do some bike checks on my mountain bikes, so you can also see what I'm riding there and why I ride them. You know, I have a little bit more knowledge about mountain bikes than I do dirt bikes, so those are going to be a little bit more in-depth reviews. I'm also going to do a kayak check and a check on all my camping gear, so you'll be able to see all that too. So just stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll say it again and again, hit that subscribe button so you can come along with me in my life and my adventures. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.